Hey guys, so this is gonna be an unfortunate video, but it's something I gotta do. Um, so I'm gonna have to tell you a story. A while back, I think it was a little bit over 2 years ago, I was contacted by a friend that I have known online for a very, very long time. And he had a friend that he had known online for a very, very long time. And this guy was having some trouble. His name was Charles, also known as Alien Jack. Alien Jack here, Charles, I'm just going to call him Charles, he had a problem. His problem was that after he had had open heart surgery, he then told this story of his wife abusing him and then taking his kids and leaving and going across the country. And at the time, I was a much smaller YouTuber, very, very small. And but I had at least a little bit of influence, and I was very involved in like the men's rights advocacy and that sort of thing. I was very passionate about it. And to some extent I still am, but so it resonated with me. The story really resonated with me. I'm gonna take his picture down now. So I reached out to the guy, and I thought maybe I could help a little bit. I'm gonna interview him live, and you know, this is just something that I thought would at least bring some awareness. Maybe there's some people out there who had similar stories, and it might show that they're not alone, and that sort of thing. It was completely altruistic. So after the interview, he told his story, shows the scar on his chest from him, you know, the wound, actually, because it's still a wound. He was still healing from his surgery. Afterwards, I started getting these emails, and these emails are coming from people claiming to be part of his family or people that knew him, and they were telling me awful things about him. That he was a drug user, and he was manipulative, and he was a con artist, and that sort of thing. And I didn't know what to believe, because I only had his story. And then they're telling me this other story, and I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, what do I do? Like, I already interviewed him, like, I can't un-interview the guy. I mean, I could take the video down, but I mean, does that really give you any peace? I don't know. So I decided that I just wasn't going to respond. I wasn't going to really get that involved into it. And I also resolved that I would never do that again. I would never have an interview with somebody to try and help them out. I would instead try to only work on actual charity organizations, or if it was somebody that I actually really knew, like I knew this person, because I didn't know Charles. I didn't know him from Adam. I got introduced to him, and within like a couple of days I interviewed him, and then I never talked to him again. But he would send me emails, you know. After that, over the past 2 years, he sent me several different emails, and he's basically said, hey, I need more help. Court is more expensive than I thought. Please, please help. And I just wouldn't reply, because I'm like, I'm not getting involved in it again. And especially after this past year of me having various troubles and controversies happening, and especially the events of last month, the last thing that I really wanted to have to deal with was any more drama. I don't want any more drama. I'm trying to keep my main channel specifically working towards either fun or important content, and that's it. Like, I don't want any more. Well, as it turns out, yesterday, Charles here was arrested. And do you want to guess what he was arrested for? What is one of the things that I absolutely despise, and I've made several videos on, and I've even gone on rants and rages about how pissed off I am that it still is permeated in society. Well, he got arrested for child pornography. I'm gonna take your picture down now. So here's the deal. He's arrested for child pornography. He's not convicted yet, and he gets his day in court. He gets his day in court to have what evidence he has. The prosecution, their evidence, and you know, the law will ultimately decide whether or not this is actually something that is real and happened. But because of that, there are some things that I really have to say. I absolutely have to, because this is important to me, really important. I did leave the whole Alien Jack saga behind a long time ago, but here it is. Here it is. Yet again reminding me that I need to be way more picky about who I choose to trust. I've learned that lesson quite a bit over the past month. And people that I thought I knew, or I was under the impression of who they were, I was wrong. So because of that, and because of the situation, I have a few things that I have to say. Number one, this is still an alleged thing. It's not very common for people to get arrested for CP, and it's not true, so it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for him at all. If it is true, if this is actually true, then fuck you, dude. Seriously, that's fucked up. Motherfucker. But also, more so than that, what I need to do is I need to fucking apologize for this. And who I need to apologize to is, like, I had these messages sent to me from like 3 different people who were claiming to know him in real life, and they'd say these horrible things, and, you know, who do I believe? Do I believe him? Do I believe them? Like, you know, you can't know. But if it turns out that this guy is actually this monster, then to the family that had to sit there and watch this interview while I'm talking to this guy, and I'm giving him a platform, a voice, I am sorry. I am really fucking sorry. That must have been awful feeling, and I can't even begin to imagine what it must have felt like. I mean, let this be a lesson to me, to anybody, like... Don't just put your faith in people, because holy shit, you never know. You never fucking know. So, yeah, holy shit. But the other thing I wanted to bring up, and this is really important as well, is I want to make people aware of this website. It's called wearethorn.org. It's the charity named Thorn. And this is a charity specifically designed to build up the tools and the staff to try and fight the predation of children on the internet, and also child sex trafficking, human trafficking, that sort of thing. And so in light of what happened, and regardless of whether or not Charles is convicted or not, I've wanted to do a charity for a really long time, and, you know, things just keep coming up, and like I just don't have the fucking time to do it. Well, I do have the time to do it now, and I am going to do one. And this is great inspiration for exactly what charity I want to do it for. So I am stating my intention that within the next few weeks, I am going to do a big gaming charity stream. I'll do it on my main channel for the most exposure I could possibly get. Yeah, and so we'll do it there. But yeah, no, this is it's unfortunate that this video even had to be fucking made. But even more so, the possibility that this guy could have victimized people makes me feel ill and revolted. So we'll see how it goes, but fuck, man. Fuck you, Charles.